Did Lehi quote the Joseph Smith translation of Genesis 50? In the Book of Mormon, the prophet Lehi interpreted Genesis in a remarkably complex way. Most of what Lehi quoted is also very similar to the Joseph Smith translation of Genesis 50, suggesting that Lehi had something similar to this version of the scriptures. In the Joseph Smith translation of Genesis 50, God said, "He will raise up Moses, and a rod shall be in his hand." He also said that Moses would have judgment and shall write the word of the Lord. And he shall not speak many words, for I will write unto him my law by the finger of mine own hand, and I will make a spokesman for him, and his name shall be called Aaron. In the Book of Mormon, Lehi expounded upon these scriptures by relating them to a future Joseph, who we know as Joseph Smith. He said that God would raise up Joseph Smith in the last days, just as God had raised up the original Moses in ancient times. Lehi said that Joseph Smith would write the word of the Lord, and that God would give power to Joseph Smith in a rod, just as God had given Moses power with his rod. Because a rod is associated with the word of God, this is likely a reference to Joseph's power to write and bring forth scriptures through the Lord, such as the Book of Mormon. Finally, God said he would make for Moses a spokesman, and give unto him that he shall write the writing of the fruit of thy loins. Oliver Cowdery was in many ways Joseph's spokesman, in the same way that Aaron was a spokesman to Moses. Similarly, the spokesman may refer to Sidney Rigdon, since the Doctrine and Covenants calls Sidney a spokesman. The subtle nuances that become apparent when comparing 2 Nephi and the Joseph Smith translation of Genesis 50 strongly suggest that Joseph Smith did not simply modify 2 Nephi to produce the Joseph Smith translation. This becomes even more remarkable since the Joseph Smith translation was translated after 2 Nephi. It is much more likely that something very close to the Joseph Smith translation of Genesis 50 was on the plates of brass, and that Lehi carefully reinterpreted this text to apply it to his own descendants. And now you know why.